Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age. We're here in Arl Eamon's estate and we just arrived here. The Lands Meet is getting started, but we need to find ways to get support from the nobles here so that we can get what we need from the Lands Meet. It's been a couple days, almost a week since I last played, maybe even longer. So let's go ahead and refresh ourselves here. Prepare for the Lands Meet. You have come to Denerim for the Lands Meet. Arl Eamon wishes to assemble the nobles to choose a new king that will unite Ferelden against the Blight. However, Loghain is still a thorn in your side, and there is much to do before you can confront him. Keep Eamon informed of your latest exploits. He can usually be found in his sitting room in the upper floor of his estate. Alright. And we've got all these things still to do. Did I ever turn in the toxic extract? Yes, it looks like I did. Okay. Denerim missing in action, right? Gotta do all those. Places of power. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk to all of our companions, see how they're settling into the estate.
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It seems most impractical.
It is very impractical. I have some questions for you.
It doesn't have better things to do.
You don't seem to like humans much.
That is true. I do not. I'm not interested in getting into a discussion on the subject, however. Ask another time. If it is done asking overly obvious questions, let us find some humans to throw off a cliff or something.
Beautiful. You got a maid here. How you doing, maid?
His lordship sends no notice he's coming, and now the house is full of guests. And Draste preserve us, this will be the death of me.
Oh, you'll be all right.
The Redcliffe servants are intolerable.
Oh.
I don't care if their household is 10 times the size of ours. They're visitors here. They should show some manners.
Check out this statue. It's very unique. It's reminiscent of like some of the statue work of like ancient times. And artistry's come a long way. Hey Zevran, how you doing?
You know, I could get to like this. The last time I came to Denerim, I stayed at an inn so filthy the bedbugs had fleas.
Ew.
What say you?
Questions?
By all means.
Move on. I don't think we have anything left to say. Liliana?
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Something I can help with?
I actually like sleeping in the woods, but I guess it would be a nice change after weeks of it. What do you know of this place?
Denerim is Ferelden's most important city, yes?
Yes.
This is the seat of power, the jewel in the crown of the king. She is Ferelden's heart. Her walls are strong, but within them lies so much beauty, just like the country and the people.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, we didn't have anything more to talk about, did we?
This is a nice change from having... Something I can help with? Yes?
Talked about something?
What's on your mind?
No, we already heard her tales. Who are you? Donald.
Are all the accommodations are to your liking, Warden? Please let me know if anything is troubling you.
Yes, I'm very troubled by the lack of... Oh, never mind, there are books here. Never mind. We're good. History of Ferelden, Chapter 2. I've already read Chapter 1. I can't... Doesn't look like I read it. It's still glowing. We'll start with Chapter 1. Did we have Chapter 3 already? No. Ferelden, as we think of it now, did not exist before the Exalted Age. Instead, the valley was divided up into dozens of old Alamari clans. They warred constantly with one another over land, honor, the allegiance of the freeholders, and, on one notable occasion, the name given to a favorite Mabari. And then, in the 33rd year of the Exalted Age, Calenhad Theron became Tyrant of Denerim, and everything changed. Most of what we know about the founding of our nation comes from old songs that the bards passed down through the ages. The songs are filled with wild exaggerations and outright lies, but this hardly differs from the scholarly papers of some of our contemporaries. There is no agreement among the poets or scholars on how he did it, but Calenhad gained the support of the Circular Magi, and they crafted for him a suit of silvery white armor that, by all accounts, repelled both arrows and blade. I need to find that. Calenhad led his army across the valley and captured Redcliffe, one of only three men who ever successfully laid siege to that fortress, and presented himself to the bands of the Landsmeet as their king. It's quite the fortress, we've seen it. The poets tell us that every lord knelt before Calenhad without question. The fact that he attended the Landsmeet surrounded by ash warriors and loyal mages of the Circle is generally omitted from the ballads, however. From Calenhad came the line of Theron kings. And queens. What's the name of the king of Rohan? Théoden. It's very reminiscent of that name, isn't it? I can't remember exactly, but... And queens who reigned uninterrupted until the 44th year of the Blessed Age. When the Orlesian invasion came, the rightful king was forced to flee Denerim, and for 70 years, a puppet sat upon the throne. The occupation was a dark blot on Ferelden's history. Our people, who from time immemorial valued their freedom over all else, were forced to bow to Orlesian rule. The Empire declared our elves property and sold them like cattle. Ew. Chevaliers routinely plundered freeholds of coin, food, and even women and children, and excused it as taxation, and for 70 years no landsmeets were held, for the imperial throne had declared our ancient laws a form of treason. King Brandel was one of those who escaped. He tried to organize the other fugitive lords to retake their lands, but Brandel was neither clever nor persuasive, and the nobles preferred to take their chances alone. Ferelden might still be little more than a territory of the Empire were it not for the fact that his daughter had all the charisma that her royal father lacked. The rebel queen's rule began with a midnight attack on the Imperial Armory at Lothering. It was swift and successful, and with their pilfered arms, the rebels began a campaign against the Orlesians in earnest. But the turning point of the war came when a young freeholder joined the queen's army. The lad, Logain MacTyr, possessed a remarkable talent for strategy, and quickly became the favorite advisor of young Prince Merrick. The queen finally died at the hands of her Legion sympathizers, anxious to curry favor with their painted masters. And Merrick took her place as the leader of the rebellion. Logain became Merrick's right hand. Merrick and Logain led the rebels in a new campaign against the Orlesian oppressors, culminating in the Battle of River Dane, where the last chevaliers in Denerim were crushed. With the capital once more in the hands of Fereldans, the battle to free our people was finally over, but the battle to rebuild what had been lost had only just begun. And that's kind of what we're in the midst of right now. Can't believe Logain would do this. The Free Marches. The Free Marches are not a kingdom, not even a nation in the most basic sense. People from the region dislike even being lumped together as marchers. Rather, they are a collection of independent city-states, united only with it when it suits them. In this respect, they resemble the Banorn before the arrival of King Calenhad. Because of this, the Free Marches have no capital, and what passes for a central government exists only sporadically, a sort of landsmeet that convenes only during times of crisis. I arrived in time for the grand tourney while it was on in Tintervale. A remarkable sight indeed. I saw Avar Hillsmen test their mettle against Orlesian chevaliers, riders from the Anderfels buying Navaran cavalry horses, and Theban craftsmen selling their wares to Deventer mages. All of Thedas was on display. Yep, and I'm pretty sure that's where Dragon Age 2 takes place, the Free Marches. Kirkwall.
So many visitors, so many chamber pots to clean. Oh, if they keep tracking mud up here, it's going to take a month to get it all out.
Sorry about that.
Going.
I'll tell them to stop at the... Ooh, another love letter. Yeah, I wish this went in order. I don't know which ones we've read and which ones we haven't. Maybe once we find all of them, I'll go ahead and read it all. I mean, they're not that long. We're at 10 love letters, so we've got 2 more to find. Hey, Win.
This is a nice estate, isn't it?
It is a nice estate. Yeah, I remember seeing it when I lived here and always thinking it was nice. Actually, did I have anything to talk to you about?
What's on your mind?
Ask you about the
I
circle?
will answer to the best of my ability.
Ah. Why didn't you want to stay in the tower? At the tower?
The circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it.
I'm glad for your company.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the circle.
I'm sure you will be able to return, if you so choose.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. +1 for win, yay. Alright. Ogren here in the dining room, of course.
How many times I gotta tell you before it make it through that pointy skull? Bank the coals at night, or the stew don't cook.
Feast day fish. Fluffy mackerel pudding. 2 stalks celery, 1 green pepper, half a pound of poached mackerel, 1 small onion, finely diced, 2 tablespoons of mustard, 1 tablespoon of salt, half a tablespoon of ground Antivan pepper, 8 tablespoons of ground mace, dash ground cardamom seeds, 2 eggs beaten, 2 eggs boiled and sliced for garnish. Want somebody to make that and tell me how it is. I'm not going to make it, but you guys make it. Alright, Agatha.
Dinner's not ready yet, and don't
sorry.
ask. It'll be served when it's done, and that's that. Now,
Okay.
shoo, out of my kitchen.
Shoeing. Undercook?
Can't talk now, sir. Mistress Agatha would have my hide.
I thought you were going to be an elf because she said pointy head, but I guess she wasn't being racist.
She don't have to yell. I heard her laugh 6 times.
Well, then why didn't you do what you were asked to do?
I reckon not.
Alright. Argern, what's going on, buddy? Oh, God.
Right here, old pal.
Tell me more about you.
What about?
No, that's
All
all
right. All right then. Right here, old pal.
Oh my God. Tell me more about Berserkers.
What the sod is there to know? You get mad, you fly into battle, and things die. It's pretty simple. The hard part is getting in touch with your rage. We all learn to hold that back. It's why we don't kill every duster who looks at us sideways. You need to shut that off. For some people, being in battle is enough. But others have to think about something. Violence, monsters, nobles, your wife, whatever.
Thank you for the lesson. Goodbye.
All right then.
I think we might have heard that one before, but it was an option, so I had to see. All right, let's keep going up here. Got some more people to find. Hello, Nagella.
Excuse me, I have to dust the Earl's sitting room.
Are you from Denerim?
No, I'm from Redcliffe. Lady Isolde brought me here to be her chambermaid last spring. I've family here, though. I beg your pardon, sir, but I really can't be seen standing about. The housekeeper will have my head. Good day.
Who's this housekeeper? I'll talk. I'll talk some sense into them. It's a pretty mural or picture painting. All right. Anubis, what are you doing? You reading a book? Who's a good boy? The Banorn. The Central Ferelden Valley has always been a paradox. No single ban holds more than a few dozen leagues of farmland, yet together they govern a greater territory than all the Terns and Arls combined. The collection of independent bands is known as the Banorn, and it is the heart of the Ferelden politics. No person has ever sat upon the throne of Ferelden without first winning the approval of the Banorn. Queen Fionn, who had the misfortune to take the throne in the 18th year of the Steel Age, wrote of the Banorn, "There have been 3 wars this year, fought over elopements, 5 fought over wool, and 1 started by an apple tree. It isn't even winter yet. Who would believe that these same bands, now trying so hard to kill one another, just last year united to give me the crown? Hey, Morgan.
If one more servant asks if I would like a change of clothes, I will set the house on fire. What comes, my friend?
How dare they ask you for a change of clothes? Your outfit is amazing. Ask you something?
So, full of questions, are you?
So Flemeth is dead. What now?
Now I have enough time to study Mother's grimoire to find a way to prevent her from stealing my body in the future. For she will be back. One day, I have no doubt of that. And if I cannot protect myself, one day I will track her down again in whatever body she inhabits, and she will die again and again if need be. But there is no need to think of such things now. I have you to thank for saving me, so let us return to the task of dealing with the Darkspawn, no?
You know you could always rely on me, right?
Too much could happen in days to come to make such promises. Yet I am grateful. Let us go. There is much to be done before... There is still much to be done.
Oh. What a softie. Sten?
This is not as defensible as I would like, but it will do. What is your wish, Kadan?
Keep your eyes out, man, my man. Question?
I am hardly surprised. Very well.
Discuss something?
Speak, then.
No.
Then I suggest we move on.
Let's go. Alright. I'm pretty sure we asked the Ferelden question before, right? Hope so. What do we got in here? Son of a bitch. Why would they put that in this game? Without giving me the option of being able to lockpick. Where's our boy Alistair at? Is he in here? Yay.
Ah, Warden. I trust you've made yourself comfortable.
Yes, it's very nice here.
Good, because it's likely to be your last rest for a while. This is Elena, she's...
I am Queen Enora's handmaiden. She sent me here to ask for your help.
Or perhaps the young lady prefers to speak for herself.
Hmm. She works for Logan's daughter? She's a spy! Why would Enora ask us for help?
The Queen. She is in a difficult position. She loved her husband, no? And trusted her father to protect him. When he returns with no king and only dark rumors, what is she to think? She worries, no? But when she tries to speak with him, he does not answer. He tells her not to trouble herself.
It's interesting that Logain would allow Enora to have an Orlesian handmaiden. Right, that either speaks... I mean, that has to speak to Enora's own strength independently from her father, right? Are you saying the Queen believes Logain killed Logain?
My Queen suspects she cannot trust her father. And Logain, he is very subtle, no? But when and how, he is privy to all the secrets and not so subtle. So she goes to how? A visit from the Queen to the new Isle of Denerim is only a matter of courtesy. And she demands answers.
What did he say?
Things no decent person would repeat. He calls her every sort of name, traitor being the kindest, and locks her in a guest room.
Logain would allow that?
King Kalen was like a son to him, and Logain left him to die. Does he love Enora more? Who can say? I think her life is in danger. I heard how say she would be a greater ally dead than alive, especially if her death could be blamed on Arl Eamon.
Would Logain kill his own daughter just to frame Eamon?
We may have no choice but to trust Enora. The Queen is well loved. If Logain succeeded in pinning her death on me, I'm not sure that's a risk we can afford to take.
We should expose this plot against Honora to the nobles.
And who would tell them? Me? An elf escaped from Orlais? What Ferelden noble would listen to my words? Rescue my queen, and I promise she will reveal all, and at the time when it will hurt Rogaine most.
Alright, so what do you propose we do?
I have some uniforms. I'll hire so many new guards every day. A few more will not cause much stir. I will show you to the servants' entrance. We must slip in and out with my queen before anyone is the wiser. I will go ahead to House Estate. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Okay. Rescue the queen.
I'm glad you decided to help. With Honora's knowledge, we have a far better chance against Logain.
We have to get her out first. What do you know about Queen Honora?
She and Kaelin were promised as children and practically raised together. She was a smart child, knew how to listen, and how to blink those big blue eyes and get anything she wanted. Her mother's looks, her father's brains, and the best tutoring Merrick's money could buy. It's a potent combination.
Do you really think she'd turn on Logain?
From Erlena's story, he turned against her first. If he truly intends to sacrifice her, I think it will be strong motivation to break the parental bonds.
You saw that Morgan.
I would far rather have the opportunity to ask such things of her than simply hear about her murder. If Honora speaks out against Logain, hers would indeed be one of the most powerful voices of the Landsmeet.
But if I break in, can't they frame me for her murder?
No more easily than without you there. There will be none to see it, save those who are already loyal to Logain. Given your reputation, Warden, I think Logain knows it's safer to carry out his plots far from where you can disrupt them.
I'm not sure I agree with that, but if you think it's best, I should get going.
As you like. My palace is your palace.
I feel like it'd be much easier to pin it on me if there's actual evidence of me breaking in. But what do you think, Alistair?
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away.
I have some questions.
Of course.
Tell me about the other Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
No, never mind.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. Something you need, my dear?
Can you...
Of course.
Teach me to be a Templar?
Sure, I could. I could even teach you, I suppose. Anyone who's been trained as a warrior. I guess if I'm going to give up Chantry secrets, I may as well go all the way. Send whoever you want trained to me in camp, and I'll see what I can do.
There we go.
I haven't been here in a while. Ask away.
I've some questions.
Of course.
No.
Such as they are.
No more questions?
Something you need, my dear?
It's weird that I had to do all that to get to this one. I'd like to discuss something private.
Well, we're not exactly alone. What did you have in mind?
Where do you see this going between us?
I don't know. Arleman wants to make me king at the Landsmeet. I never ever wanted that, not in my wildest dreams. But I won't refuse it if it's in the best interests of the nation either. I love you. You know that, right? But I have no idea what being king will mean for us. I'll have to think about that.
If we care about each other, that's all that matters.
Is it? What about duty? What about honor? Those things are important too, aren't they? I hope they don't come between us, but I can't say that they won't. I'm sorry. This isn't really the time for this conversation. Please, let's just talk about this another time.
-10. Woo. That's not good. That is not good. I think our boy Alistair's gonna break up with us. The meditation's an ode to what? To bees. Oh, fair damsel of the garden, Arlessa of honeysuckle and rose, I humbly beg your gracious pardon for the offense that here arose. Surely your work is far too vital to be interrupted by one like me. I am in no way entitled to earn the notice of a honeybee. I was a fool to pluck that flower for my lady fair. On my honor I swear to bring you dozens more within the hour, if you give me leave to try. Listen, traveler, if you would walk the garden paths some spring, mind that you don't trespass, for the gardeners do sting. Anonymous. What a beautiful little ode. Alright, what do we got? No! No, how could this be? Also, why are there so many swords on the ground? That one's going through the floor! It's a sword in the stone. Alistair, are you king? Gotta pull the stone. Pull the sword out of the stone. I guess if you pulled this stone out of the sword, that'd be impressive too. Alright, let's go ahead and head out. We got some things to do. Alright, so our group is you, and you.
Indeed.
Sorry, Zevran. This is how it's gotta be. So I still feel like we never did Zevran's companion quest.
You're female, Liliana, right?
I am? That's news. When did that happen?
I just wanted some advice. What should I do if I think a woman is special and...
You want to woo her? Here's a good tip. You shouldn't question her about her femaleness.
All right, yes, good point.
Why do you ask? Are you afraid things will not proceed naturally?
Why would they? Especially when I do things like ask women if they're female.
It adds to your charm, Alistair. You're a little awkward. It is endearing.
So I should be awkward? Didn't you just say not to do things like that?
Just be yourself. You do know how to do that, don't you?
All right, forget I asked.
Yeah, man, it's working so far. Don't worry.
Turn your attention elsewhere. My business does not concern you.
Of course.
Thank you and farewell.
I don't think I want to talk to him. Alright, these all need keys, right? Yeah.
You're back. You need something?
Nothing special about Denerim.
Better trade cities to the north, but plenty good trade here. Now with war and blight, business is bad.
Have anything for sale?
Oh, yes.
I actually want to sell anything, I don't think. Pretty sure we're all good on that front.
You need something?
You work with the crows?
I don't know what you mean. You should keep your voice down. People might get the wrong idea.
Okay. Let's see. We need to go in here, I believe. It's where all the nobles hang out.
Did you see Wolf's face when he arrived? I heard West Hills has fallen.
Wonderful. Another one. I suppose you're here to ask for a donation too. West Hills Arling belongs to the Darkspawn now, girl. Perhaps they're interested in giving sovereigns to the Chantry, feeding orphans, clothing idiots, or whatever it is you want.
I didn't know the West Hills had fallen. I'm sorry.
Well, I can see how you might miss it. All of southern Ferelden covered by black clouds, the ground rotting beneath your feet, plagues and darkspawn raids going on until even the crows get sick of the smell of carrion. What's a little trifle like that when compared to the important troubles here in Denerim? There's no point talking about it. Leave me. I've nothing for you anyway.
Hold on, Arl.
There's nothing more to
Surely
say.
you've seen the blight
Pester
yourself.
someone else.
Hardly. You know very well I've been in Denerim these past 2 years. Rosalind's health requires us to be in town, you understand?
Yes, I had heard that.
Hello.
I have no time to deal with supplicants.
New families? Or the noble families of Ferelden. The occupation left empty castles in its wake. Whole families were butchered in the initial invasion, and all those who couldn't or wouldn't bend the knee to the Emperor's puppet king were declared traitors and hunted. Many bloodlines ended on Chevalier's blades at dusty crossroads and forest clearings, or in freeholds. And then there were the turncoats. To curry favor with their new masters, some nobles took up arms against their brothers. They betrayed and murdered the rebel queen, an act that created even more vacant titles and lands. Once King Merrick exacted justice, that Ferelden did not fall apart after the Orlesians left in a That Ferelden did not fall apart after the Orlesians left is a testament to the strength of King Merrick. The old families still held grudges against those who had sided with the Emperor, and those new families that had been granted titles were viewed as interlopers. The lands meets that followed Merrick's coronation were tense, to say the least. Interesting.
Did you see Wolf's face when he arrived? I heard West Hills has fallen to dust.
What do you suppose Eamon is playing at? Surely he doesn't expect us to believe Anora unfit to rule, with her father to advise her.
I wonder that myself. His timing is unfortunate. South Reach is overrun. I've little time to devote to politics at present.
Overrun? Has the blight truly spread so far?
Most of my freeholders have fled to Redcliffe and Lothering, but I doubt they'll be safe there for long.
Maker's breath. Bryland, I had no idea.
Be careful how loudly you speak of it. Wolf lost both his boys to Darkspawn, trying to evacuate West Hills.
Lady Andraste, pray for us.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I'm busy at the moment.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm engaged at present.
Alright. I think we're good here. Alright. We'll have to come back once we get more evidence to help these guys. Hopefully we can help Wolf out. I think you're supposed to pick the other option. By other option, I mean the I'm a Grey Warden option. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Still can't go into the alienage?
The alienage is closed. Be on your way.
Damn. Alright. Win. Why are we so slow? Win, why are we so slow? There we go. So go ahead and give us some flaming weapons here. Perfect.
I hear there isn't even really any dark.
Be careful with that package.
That person said there's not really any Darkspawn. And they get Arl the Wolf to get on your case.
As there is but one road.
Alright, I guess we'll head over to this place. Arl of Denerim's estate. Which we've been to a couple times in this playthrough, both at the beginning and Liliana's song. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is going on here? Tellison. Give me this. Elf fruit. Nice, nice. Go and drop a save here. Who's this bloke?
And so here is the mighty Grey Warden at long last. The crows send their greetings once again. And where is Zevran? I don't see him with you. How very disappointing.
Zevran? Zevran who?
Don't bother. I know very well he travels with you.
Here I am, Taliesin. Tell me, were you sent, or did you volunteer for the job?
Oh ho! And he makes an appearance. I volunteered, of course. When I heard that the great Zevran had gone rogue, I simply had to see it for myself.
Is that so? Well, here I am, in the flesh.
You can return with me, Zevran. I know why you did this, and I don't blame you. It's not too late. Come back and we'll make up a story. Anyone can make a mistake.
Of course I'd need to be dead first.
And I'm not about to let that happen.
Oh.
What? You've gone soft.
I'm sorry, my old friend, but the answer is no. I'm not coming back. And you should have stayed in Antiva.
That right there is one of my favorite lines from Zevran. I know it's very simple, but it reveals so much, and the way it's delivered, I don't know, it just gives me the feels. It's one of my favorite lines in the game. Alright. Ooh, got a lot of baddies here. Let's go out to this guy first. You two. Going back up. There's nobody behind. Oh, they are behind us too. All right, I'm gonna have you guys go up here then. Oh god, they're there too. They're everywhere. This could be bad. Let's go ahead and do a scatter shot. Wynn's in a lot of trouble here. Can you? Okay, you've already taunted. Good. Good stun. Who are we on? We need to be on this assassin. I need to get Wynn out of here as soon as possible. Come on, Wynn. Come on, Wynn. Wynn, any moment now. Come on. Go and do this. Oh, you're trapped too? Shit. Alright, Wynn's free. Wynn's free. Let's go ahead and group heal. Okay. What are you doing? Oh, she's done it. She's done it now. Okay, that's fine. You take care of them. Alright, that one's dead. Let's all come up here after them. Actually, I bet. Yeah, that's good. Good. Kill this guy. Okay. Let's come up here. Go and heal him. Been stunned. Okay, good. Everyone on this guy. There you go. Come up here. Do dual sweep. Good damage. Heal me. Good heal, good heal. I'm gonna put a life ward on him. On me. Alright, everybody on this guy. Is Taliesin already dead? Did we kill him already? Can I do a group heal? Oh no, there he is. Okay. Heal. Okay. Everyone on Taliesin. Can't do anything. Goodbye, old friend. Ooh, ew, the disrespect. Alright, you can switch weapons.
On it.
Go and hit them with a scatter shot down there. Nope. You guys can all go after this guy. Good. Alright, on to this one. Good, and last one. There we go.
And there it is. Taliesin is dead. And I am free of the crows. They will assume that I am dead along with Taliesin. So long as I do not make my presence known to them, they will not seek me out.
I've always wondered about this one, though. That they assume that he's dead with Taliesin. Like, are they just assuming that Zevran definitely would have rejoined Taliesin and fought? It's an interesting line of thought that the crows have there, I think. So what does this mean?
I do not know. It seems I have options now, whereas once I had none. I have enjoyed our company, but I am wondering if it is not time for me to leave. That would be the practical thing to do, no? There is a freedom awaiting me that I have never known. But I suppose the decision is yours. Will you let me go?
I wish you would stay. I need your help.
Do you? I suppose there are worse things I could do with my time than save the world.
I ask that you stay as a friend.
And who could resist such a request? Very well. I will not abandon you.
Good man.
Let us return to the task at hand, then. There is still much to be done, yes?
I love you, Zevran. I know I chose Alistair, but I love you, man. I love you. Alright. Go ahead and loot him up. See how many traps we're gonna set off while we do this.
Going.
Glamour charm.
Yes.
Taliesin. He has the Gloves of Guile, plus 2.5 armor pen. And it's Drake skin armor. Let's see. Armor pen for you, my friend. You currently have the superior ones that give fire resistance plus 1 dex. I think we're going to take the armor pen.
And I'm off.
Yep. Small claw trap. Oh, nice.
Huh.
Dragon bone helmet. Alright. Large flawed crystal. I think that's everything. We're going to go ahead and change party here. Zevran. Love you, but
Indeed.
get out of my party. Alright.
Trap right ahead.
Go ahead and get these traps.
Right ahead.
It's crazy we didn't trigger that one. 60 experience for that. It's good stuff, man. 120 in total for all of that. That's good.
Let us be careful.
Nobody's close to leveling up. That's a little unfortunate. Liliana, are these gloves going to be better for you? No, we want that rapid aim. Okay. Fair enough. Anything else? I think that's it. Let's continue on.
Yes.
To the Denerim estate.
Over here!
Alright. Ooh, big crowd outside. Little craftsman.
You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Come back tomorrow.
After all has had enough of Hal's conveniently busy schedule. We will not be put off again.
Nor will the stonemasons.
It is a nice estate.
So much as a coin of ours for our work.
His lordship is much engaged with the region. He will hear your complaints as soon as he has the time.
And when will that be? At the dawn of the next age? Our people have families to feed. They can't wait forever on a Terran's whim.
His lordship.
The servant's entrance is on the other side of the house.
Okay.
We must slip past this crowd to reach it. We will have to be very careful. How is inside?
How is here? What's the crowd gathered for?
The estate is in poor repair. The new owl, he has not been very prompt in paying his workmen. I will be right behind you. This way.
Oh, this quest is so good if you pick the human start, the human noble start. Because obviously, Arl Howl kills your family in that start. I don't think there's any way to actually sneak past this guy.
Go check it out.
So we're just gonna fight him here. Go and scatter shot.
Right.
Wait, did we get... Did we all get scatter shot? Traded scatter shots here. Here we go.
That won't stop me. All right, I'm game.
Go get him, Alistair. Alright, onto this guy.
I never liked this part. Look over there.
Beautiful. Looks like we might need to reapply our buffs. Oh, yeah. Haste. Flame. Which one are you doing? Song of Courage. Granting them bonuses to attack and damage. Yeah, I like that one. I like that one. We probably need to summon something, though. I'm gonna go with the bear. Why not? Let's see the summoned bear. I think that should be good. It was a good bear.
Yes.
Alright. And yeah, that'll help Alistair in the tanking department. Another health poultice. Very nice, very nice. Let's keep moving. Although I guess we should have...
Someone is coming.
Guys?
Oh, right.
One more guard showed up.
You should run while you can. All right, battle it is then.
Good job, guys. Guys late to the party. But he's giving us another lesser healing poultice, so that's good. Grab the elf root.
The owl used to come here in the winter when I was small. I slept with the hounds.
Hmm. Real Jon Snow type, huh? I don't think Jon Snow actually slept with the hounds, but I don't know why that made me think of Jon Snow. Guess just because he was also a bastard to a nobleman.
I can distract the guards, but you must move quickly.
Wait, we need to put our disguises on.
Hurry! My lady does not have much time.
How do we look?
Are you all prepared? I will go distract the guards.
Look at our uniforms if they won't get us inside.
These two know who is allowed to come and go. They will not be fooled. But the uniform should work on most of those inside.
Alright, let's go.
I will lure them into the courtyard. Wait in the bushes.
Wait in the bushes, huh? Where are the bushes? Are these the bushes?
Oh, you must come! I saw something! By the fountain! I think it was a darkspawn!
Darkspawn?
They will drag us all underground to be eaten!
Should we call for help?
Did you fall off a cart full of stupid? Call for help? So they can see us act like scared little girls because of some knife-eared wench?
I should have killed them.
They will eat us all alive! Please, get help!
If there is something out there and we don't sound the alarm, we'll look worse than scared.
And drast these holy knickers. Fine, we'll check the courtyard if it'll keep you from wetting yourself. But there's nothing there.
Thank you. Oh! It was over here! Quickly!
Great acting. Some fantastic acting. I think we could actually follow them and kill them, but I did not. However, I did see over on this side. I don't think I've ever seen this before, or, you know, gone down here. A chest. Oh, that was definitely worth it. 10 XP. Alright, we're currently disguised. Go ahead and close that. Get out of here. Alright, and we go. And now we're not disguised. Did we just take our disguises off? No.
Ah, it took me forever to be rid of those two. You must be careful now. The servants, they will not look closely at anyone in uniform. All guards are alike to a cook, no? But you should not draw attention to yourself. Most of the guards are new. They will not know you for a stranger at a glance. It is best to keep your distance from all of them and try to blend in.
Where's Honora at?
She's in the guest room off the main hall. Andras, they guide us.
Luckily, I've been here before, so I know where that is.
This kitchen is a disgrace. How did the old Arl servants ever cook anything?
No one ever said the Kendalls had any sense.
Oh, loot him. We'll go through here. And those soldiers. Go and loot this stuff too. There we go. We'll move past you guys. Alright, just keep a low profile.
3 nights in a row.
Alright guys, I need some weapons. Ooh, fire arrows. Nice.
Probably roasting.
And take this too. Thank you, sir. Need that.
That doesn't help, right? Oh.
And these fire arrows, we're gonna go ahead and equip them. Right away. I wish the dialogue on those little, just gonna
Oh, right.
close that.
Not in the tongues of all the nations of... May the Maker's mercy be expressed. Before the light, words become the clattering of pebbles on a mountainside. Before the light, all the mysteries of the ages become as leaves scattering in the wind. I may win great battles.
On my way.
Ice bolts.
I may do great works of charity and compassion. I may give myself over to the flames, But without the Maker, I have nothing.
This guy's badass with that hammer.
And I'm off.
The First Blight, Chapter 4. I read the other chapters? Looks like we read Chapter 3, but not Chapter 1 and 2. Founded at Weishaupt Fortress in the Anderfels, the Grey Wardens offered humanity hope in its darkest hour. Veterans of decades of battle with the Darkspawn came together, and the best amongst them pledged to do whatever was necessary to stem the tide of darkness that swept across the land. These great humans, elves, and dwarves pooled their knowledge of the enemy and formed a united front to put a stop to the Archdemon's rampage. And stop it they did. Ballads are still sung today of the first Grey Warden's charge into the waves of Darkspawn at the city of Nordbotten, each warden facing 10 or 20 Darkspawn at a time, squadrons of Grey Warden mounted on their mighty griffins, soaring through the blackened skies and battling the terrible Archdemon with spear and spell. Oh, what a sight it must have been. Incredibly, the Dark Wardens won the first battle. They raised their arms in victory, and suddenly there was hope. The Grey Wardens led the lands of men and the last stalwart defenders of the Dwarven halls against the hordes of Archdemon Dumat, for the next 100 years, gaining and losing ground, and never backing away. From all over Thedas, they reunited whoever possessed the skill and strength to raise the Grey Warden's banner, making no distinction between elven slave or human nobleman. And finally, nearly 2 centuries after the first old god rose from the earth, the Grey Wardens assembled their armies of men and dwarves in the Battle of the Silent Fields. It was then that Dumat finally fell, and the First Blight ended. So the Winter Imperium would face a new challenge with the coming of the Prophet Andraste. Thoughts of the Blight grew distant. With Dumat's defeat, the Darkspawn were no longer considered a threat. But with the wisdom of hindsight, we know that conceit proved foolish indeed. The task of the Grey Wardens was far from over. The First Blight lasted 200 years? That puts this into perspective, huh? This Blight lasts, what, like a couple months? At the most. And the events of really all the games. Although I guess Dragon Age 2 takes place over a long period of time.
I'm here. I'll do it.
More fire arrows, nice. Do I need to equip those more? Yeah. There you go. There you go. Is this the guest room? Key required. No. Okay. Ah, here we are.
The Grey Warden is here, my lady.
Thank the Maker. I would greet you properly, but I'm afraid we've had a setback.
What sort of setback?
My host was not content with leaving me under heavy guard. He sealed the door by magic.
How do we open it?
Find the mage who cast the spell. He'll most likely be at Hal's side.
So much for secrecy.
Well, if he didn't know you were here, he soon will.
Fine, I'll be back soon.
Thank you, Warden. My prayers go with you.
Tern Hao will probably be in his rooms. They're at the end of the hall, on the left.
Alright. From one thing to another. Last door on the left, huh? So we're gonna go to the first door on the left here. Got a library with one book. Guerin. The human settlement of Guerin is built directly on top of a dwarven outpost by the same name. Prior to the First Blight, in a time when Ferelden was not yet a nation and was still carved up by barbarian tribes, the outpost served as a source of salt and a means by which the dwarves could reach the sea lanes of the Amaranthian Ocean. Unwilling to come to the surface, the dwarves made an agreement with the local town to build a port and relied on the humans to ferry goods between the ships and the underground outpost. This made Guerin a prosperous place and extraordinarily wealthy for a time. When in the Divine Age, the dwarven kingdoms fell to the Darkspawn and deep roads were closed off, so too did the dwarves disappear from Guerin. The human settlement, the envy of the surrounding barbarian tribes, was assaulted and sacked, its wealth stolen. The town remained, however, and despite its remote location, continued to find value as a source of fish and timber. As the first settlement liberated by King Merrick and Loghain during the Ferelden Rebellion, Guerin was eventually granted to Loghain, when he became Turn in 9/11 Dragon. You know what I just desperately craved after reading that? I wish somebody would make a mod for Crusader Kings 3 set in this universe. I think that would be a lot of fun. The Blight could be like the Mongol invasion kind of event. I think that could be really fun. You have the Orlesian Empire. Alright, if there's any Crusader Kings modders out there watching this, get to work, please. Okay. Door here.
Someone's here.
Look, you didn't say nothing. Wait. Who are you? You're not on my watch. Call the watch! We've got an intruder!
Uh-oh. No, we're not intruders. Dude, you should have just kept quiet, my man. Not gonna go well for you.
Oh, right.
Probably, this is a bit overkill, probably. Poor guy.
Hello.
Let's go ahead and turn these off real quick.
You need me?
We're gonna go with the wolf again. I think the wolf probably puts more DPS out, right? It's kind of what we're after. That spider's probably the best of both worlds, though, huh? Got a flaming weapon. I don't know if that gets put on the wolf. Can I see? It has it. Something. Interesting. Okay, and then we want to haste as well. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Let's keep moving. Yeah, that guy really should have. He was having probably a really good time with that serpent. Ooh, hello. Medium gold bar. Ooh, my goodness, 3 gold too. 7 gold. 8 gold. And 3 more gold. How's shield? It's a silver right shield, tier 6. 12 defense. It's not bad. That's not bad. What's your shield? Oh, it's a much better just base defense and missile deflection. Much higher defense, cold resistance, and fire resistance. The -2 willpower is not great, but I think we're gonna use it. I mean, the defense stat, which one's that? Goes up to 100. Gives us the chance of dodging or parrying physical attacks. I think that's really good. Also, the missile deflection, 115. Yeah, I think that's worth it. Oh, we got something in the boss, too. Here we go. Okay. What we got going on in House Room? Man, this place probably brings back some traumatic events here. Antiva. Probably reading about the crows here. And the... Sorry, I was just looking at the 63 out of 69 here. We've almost got all of them. That's actually impressive. In the rest of the civilized world, it is common belief that Antiva has no king. I assure you, gentle readers, that this is untrue. The line of kings in Antiva has remained unbroken for 2,500 years. It is simply that nobody pays any attention to them whatsoever. The nation is ruled in truth by a collection of merchant princes. They are not princes in a literal sense, but heads of banks, trading companies, and vineyards. Their power is conferred strictly by wealth. But Antiva is not primarily renowned for its peculiar form of government, nor for its admittedly unparalleled wines. Antiva is known for the House of Crows. Since Antivans are well known for being good at everything but fighting, it is more than a little ironic that Antiva possesses the most deadly assassins in the world. Their fame is such that Antiva keeps no standing army, no king is willing to order his troops to assault their borders, and no general is mad enough to lead such an invasion. The attack would likely succeed, but its leaders would not see the day. Such an awesome idea for a nation. Chest of documents, Grey Warden documents. Can I read those? What are those? Papers bearing a Grey Warden seal. The text is gibberish, probably encrypted. Interesting. All right, well, before we go down there, guys, I think we are going to wrap up this episode here. In the next episode, we'll go down into the dungeons and deal with Hal and free Anora. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.